So it's reading time for today, about my day. I don't know how deep into this we'll go, but we're going to start with the Pocket Oracle, and then we're going to go to Tarot for furthering of knowledge, and then we'll do our affirmations. No, I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. That one feels like something. Told you, we're just gonna go with it. That one feels like something. Do I want more? Do I want a third card? Confirmation? Alright, so the first card that I drew is this one. And that is Pachamama. Page is that on? Number 40. Pachamama. The essence of Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of the earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on Earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The invitation provided. This is my reading, just so we're clear. This is y'all learning to be okay with things as you do them. This is what it's telling me. The invitation she gives me is that I am a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of circumstances I may find myself in. To be grateful for life, my body, and all that nourishes me. Pachamama invites us to relish each breath, embrace joy and pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. The medicine that Pachamama brings is that I still believe that I have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, and that we are motherless and homeless. This is hitting home. I suppose that I'd need to work very hard to survive or thrive. So let alone thrive, shit. It is time to stop suffering, let go of the old myth, and realize I was given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. My melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for me. Walk in beauty and honor all life. Right, so the behind the scenes on that is another reader, multiple other readers, pulled cards today that had to do with this. But behind the scenes is, scroll down to the end of my fucking videos, read backwards, start at the bottom. My bio mom was removed from my life at 18 months old. So I grew up thinking that she didn't love me or didn't want to be there for me, that I was motherless. I did grow up motherless, in a way, in a sense. I had my stepmom, but that's a separate relationship. It seemed good on the forefront and behind the scenes, underneath her veil. It was not for my highest good. She didn't spank me. She didn't really punish me. It didn't come off like that. It was undertones in the way she spoke to me. She wasn't my mother. She wasn't a mother. Now, the Mother Gaia card, so y'all can see it. This is beautiful artwork. I'm really happy with these 3 decks that I chose. Yay, gifts. The second card I pulled was the Gatherer. I'll show you that. Oh, look, I turned to the page right before it. The essence of the Gatherer is that before we cultivate grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The Gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens, where the ordinary, I wonder why I wanted to say gems instead of greens, where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The Gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. The invitation provided by the Gatherer is, look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is the time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with low-hanging fruit that is all around you. That is both metaphorical and physical. And it's talking about more than food. It's talking about the fact that my house, I spent all day learning about realty and stuff along those lines, because I kind of want to use my house as leverage in the future. My plan is to get my house in my name and turn around and use it to buy another property, and I'm going to buy it in an abstract manner. I'm going to buy it as a rental home because I tend to have a housemate or two, because it's a 3-bedroom house. I don't need but one. Right now I'm staying at a friend's house because of another situation. You can watch my other videos. I'm not explaining all of it every video I go through. It's too much. I'd have a 3-hour video daily that I'd be recording. And I don't have the mind for that, nor do y'all likely have that kind of time in your life. But yeah, I plan to gather the resources that I have and use them. You know, buy my home as a rental property because that allows me to buy it using a business name, which means I don't have to use my legal name or my credit or. That means I get to purchase it as a business. I'm going to go get an LLC or a DBA, which is a doing business as license. I'm going to look into whether or not I can purchase a home with a DBA license as the business, and if I can't, then I'll get the LLC. It's cool. Doesn't matter to me. So the medicine provided by the Gatherer is, do not wander too far afield in search for what Spirit has already provided. Yeah, I'm not looking for another home. I'm going to use the one I got that was left to me by my great-grandma before my dad sold it out from under my feet after I was paying taxes on it. After I did rectifications on it. That's squatters' rights here in Texas. Practice paying it forward and be thankful in advance of receiving. If you are in a scarcity mindset, open your heart to look beyond current conditions, and you will find the bounty being offered to you. Practice sharing, not hoarding. Fair game. The Ghost Dance. That was the third card I pulled. That was the confirmation card of the 2 prior cards. And it's number 22. It's on the next page. The essence of the ghost dance is the dance of the American Plains Indians united. The ghost dance of the American Plain natives united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. Huh. That's my job, y'all. Just talking about my damn job. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. That's because we create the negative energies. We don't look at the good that they do, we see them negatively, so it feels like haunting. It's not haunting, it's their sins haunting us, the sins of the Father, as the phrase is said. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. Okay, so their lessons is the word that they use to replace the sins. So if you see them as lessons as opposed to sins, then there's no way for them to haunt you. Because the sins are a funny story to start. I may go into that later. That's another day. The invitation provided by the ghost dance is the ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer. Create a sacred moment at my altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse me. At this stage in my life, I am done repeating their tragic stories. Step into abundance that is offered. Receive the gifts of those that have come prior to me, and write a new story for my life. The medicine that the ghost dance brings. Dude, this is amazing. This is an amazing read. I hope y'all are catching all this. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning, or lost youth, or opportunities missed, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the windows of your house to release them to their destiny and to the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime. Oh, I can tell you all about that Jezebel y'all keep pulling. There might be multiple Jezebels, which is why they keep pulling, because it was 14 years of women in relationships coming to me. The first one was my ex-wife Andrea, and then this woman Michelle, who dangerously beat Andrea. And then it was multitudes after that. I know there was this chick named Brittany, there was this woman named Katie, and a woman named Lark. And Lark is the one that's going to jail. She's in big trouble, y'all. So yeah, if it was meant to end in the last life, then chances are it was a lesson in that life. Why are you repeating it? Why did I repeat it? Why did I turn around and date all the same type of women for 14 years? I mean, it was meant to be this life. It happened, but it's not necessary. It wasn't needed. I could have avoided it. And what I can do now is accept that I did that and not do it again, because it didn't cause me anything outside of heartbreak and heartache, building walls, lack of trust in relationships. Yeah, I should have just shut up and kept reading. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. Basically what I said, wrapped up in a sentence. Thank you. So to further what Mother Gaia, or Pachamama, has to say, the Fool is on bottom, by the way. Y'all saw me use these in my last read, and I noticed that on my way out, which is funny, because I often pull the Fool card, not because it's a fool, but because it is willing to take the risks. It's willing to do the crazy things that people are gonna chastise you for, like going and spinning a rope dart flaming around my skull. You know, I mean, there's actually, the way I've got this set up is probably weird. Most people don't put chains, they just straight use the leash. But I wanted to ensure my leash didn't get burned if I did something stupid. It also puts more weight at the end, so it flies better. But yeah, lighting things on fire and swinging them around your head and around your body, that's something a lot of people are like, what are you doing? That's crazy. You're going to catch yourself on fire. Yeah, well, we have safety for that. There's fire safety. We have fire blankets. We have means of handling the situation. It's great fun. It's like riding a bicycle if you like to ride bicycles. It's a way to be free. Okay. That's for Mother Gaia. And this one is for the Gatherer. Why? That's the King of Pentacles. I really do like the art on all three of these decks. Judgment, because it's the Gatherer, and it's talking about my house and me using my assets and the fact that I'm in court over it. I don't even have to look that one up. Mother Gaia wants to tell me that I either am or I need to be the King of Pentacles. Or that's what I'm going to become because of the house and my plans for it. The Ghost Dance is the Five of Cups. What is the Five of Cups? Ghost Dance. Because they really... Okay, so this is from the ancestors. Grieving, disillusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing, self-pity can signify a broken heart. Is coming up over my ancestors, the Ghost Dance. It says the illusion is lifting, and you may finally find yourself in the middle of a reality that is painfully disappointing. If your dark night was a result of someone else's deception, you will need to find the seeds of forgiveness in order to avoid a calloused heart. Release yourself from any guilt around the situation. When we realize that the future we are working toward is no longer an option, it's easy to focus on the loss and allow our energy to stagnate and spiral into self-pity. Don't allow your life force to drain away, and with the things you once loved, allow your tender heart to navigate towards the curative magic of finding faith in your future. If you are having a hard time letting go, unlock your heart and from your fragmented dreams and give yourself permission to envision a brighter future. Dismantle your grief, realism, reclaim your happiness, and consciously step back onto a path filled with hope. Why did I say dismantle grief and realism? That's interesting, because earlier I was upset about Dad having sold the house, and I was kind of fussing about it, to be honest. While I was letting the puppies out, I was listening to videos about ways to go about buying houses outside of the normal. So I kind of got off on a brain tangent about how it should have never been sold. Dad had no right. And that'll be the sins of my ancestors. Alright, so we're going to pull at least one affirmation, because I found out that they have meditations on the back of them, and some are white and some are black. And that's cool too. I don't know which one I want. It's not that one. It's this one. Huh. But it's true though. So all of you keep pulling dragon cards and stuff. It says, I am a double-headed dragon of laughter and play. I skip joyfully into the horrors of my days. Now, on the back is a meditation, but it's not a conventional meditation, as I would say. These are not like the meditations that I did during the class that I provided every other week. I think it was every other week, but it might have been every 2 weeks, like every third week. I helped run a meditation class. I would be the one that ran the class on my weeks. Abundance is finding the light in the darkest times, like dancing in the rain while the house floods, or laughing like a loco when you drop your fire-hot cocoa all over your crotch at work. When you laugh and play, I do this daily. I think you've watched me do it during the video. When you laugh and play, you unleash your double-headed high-vibe dragon, a solid for burning out any fears that are attacking your oasis. How often are you affirming the feeling of magic within the madness? When it rains, feel the rainbows. When it's dark, feel the stars. Whistle and skip into the horrors of the world, and you just might find the peace you've been searching for. I love my life. This is great fun. It's amusing all the way through. Good night. Never, Neverland.